Hello, everybody. This is Aurora's Friday Alpha League, and we are happy to share with you some new information from the Aurora project. And today I would like to start with just the plain Aurora the dev website. And you can see here that we have this Aurora ecosystem spinning wheel, or network spinning wheel here, with different pieces of the ecosystem. This thing is dynamically showing the state of different tools that we have in our system. So as you know, the bridge was launched pretty long time ago. And last week, there were two additional tools that were launched, the AMM Exchange and Block Explorer. So we already see how people have started to use these things, but we're going to talk about this a little bit later. Just to remind everybody, we are working on the Oracle integration and the indexing solution right now. So please expect some news about these two solutions coming to Aurora pretty soon. But in the meantime, I just want to remind you about the Aurora tokens, right? So maybe not everybody catch it from the previous week. Aurora DAO was approving the Aurora token, and a great write-up about it is located on the Aurora.dev in the blog section there. You would be able to read about the token use cases, about the split of the tokens, and how the allocation of the tokens is going to be, how people would be able to use the tokens, what is just in general some interesting things about the token. Yeah, and what was happening is, as I said, just last week we have been launching, like first applications were launched on Aurora, right? Tree Solaris, the AMM solution. And here is the live stats from the relay at relay.aurora. This account actually sends all of the transactions to Aurora when users are wrapping up their when users are sending Ethereum compatible transactions. Our RPC is wrapping them into the near transactions, and this account related to Aurora is sending these transactions to near blockchain. So we have more than 150,000 transactions for the whole time of this related to Aurora existence. And over the last 2 weeks, because this is the information that is shown in the explorer.near.org/stats, the Explorer, now we can see that relay.aurora is the second biggest account who is sending any transactions in the Near network. And for sure, these transactions were sent mainly in the last week. So Aurora is getting some traction on Near blockchain. We are not yet the biggest application there. We are number 2 after Near Crowd. But I believe pretty soon we are going to be in the number 1. During this week, I was joining the Filecoin Orbit Booster event, and I was tweeting about it, so you are able to see in my tweet the link to this video. This was the panel with people from Chainlink and Hashgraph. We have been discussing for about half an hour about the future of Web3 and what are the things that are missing in the Web3 ecosystem. So in case you're interested in this outlook a little bit in the future, this is a nice video, I believe, that you are able to see. Just reminding everybody that me personally and some other members of Aurora this week are in Lisbon, and actually also the next week are in Lisbon, because the next week on Tuesday and Wednesday in Lisbon we have Near conference. And this is a perfect time in case you wanted to meet us in person and ask your questions and talk with devs, talk about the integration on both on the business side and on the technical side. This is a perfect time for you to do this. Aurora will have a separate booth on the NearCon, so you're able to come there and ask your questions and just to have a chat. So looking forward to see you next week on NearCon. And also for the tech guys, for the hackers, Aurora is going to have a workshop there So some awesome, cool stuff prepared for you. And after the NEAR conference, again, reminding you, in case you're living in Ukraine, there is a pretty big conference, a pretty famous Ukraine conference that is called Blockchain UA. It is going to happen on the 3rd of November, so please come and you would be able to meet me there. This year, Blockchain UA is happening simultaneously in 2 cities, so I'm going to be in Kiev. Probably the biggest news for the NEAR ecosystem in general and Aurora in particular from this week is that Proximity Labs, the separate entity in NEAR ecosystem that is responsible for the bootstrapping of the DeFi ecosystem on NEAR, announced the 350 million grant program for bootstrapping of DeFi. Actually, it's not fixed in the US dollars. It is fixed in NEAR tokens. So this is worth of 40 million NEAR tokens, which at the moment is much higher than this amount. And you're able to read about this on Bloomberg and also on NEAR's Medium. But what is the most important from here? Proximity Labs was being able to secure the connections and the future deployments with the projects like Curve, Sushi, Dodo, and Kyber. So we are looking for, and obviously these projects, they are Ethereum projects, and the way how they are going to be deployed on NEAR is through Aurora. So we're looking forward to having these great projects deploying on Aurora and showing some great stats, and maybe, who knows, maybe we will be able actually to get on the first place in the NEAR ecosystem in terms of the activity of the accounts, right? Going next, over this weekend, there will be a Chainlink hackathon happening. So Aurora is also sponsoring a challenge there. So in case you're a hacker and you would like to, you were thinking about how to spend your weekend, maybe this is a good convenient time for you actually to go to Chainlink hackathon and try out Aurora challenge there. So pretty nice thing. You can again see info about it on Aurora is NEAR Twitter account. We have the challenge around NFTs between Ethereum, NEAR, and Aurora. So pretty nice, and I cannot say that it's super complicated challenge, but this is something pretty useful and pretty requested thing from the NEAR and Aurora ecosystem. And last but not least, again, as always, reminding everybody that we have quite a lot of open roles for Aurora Labs. We are seeking for lots of people joining us. And in case you're interested in this, especially in different business development pieces, roles, and especially also in Rust development and stability development, we are welcoming you for applying on these roles. So yeah, I believe that's it. Exciting times for Aurora and NEAR network. Wishing you all have a nice weekend participating in the Chainlink hackathon, and see you all next week on NEAR conference in Lisbon.